So, hello again, boys and girls. How's everybody doing? I'm still selling the FJR, and I'm still renting the Vaquero, and mostly I'm riding this Kawasaki Versys X-300, which I really like. But check this out, damn it. Look at this windshield cracked, if you can see that. So how did that get cracked? Well, I'll tell you. It's this windscreen, this accessory windscreen, this style. And I've had nothing but trouble with these. If this style works for you, that's great. But I've just had nothing but trouble. So I put that on top of the Kawasaki stock windscreen and tighten it down. And I've actually read, don't tighten it too much or it'll crack your windscreen. Well, how much is too much? I mean, you don't want the windscreen flying off and cutting your head off. That would be bad, right? So sure enough, cracked my windscreen. So I'm looking at aftermarket, and I could buy a GV for about $100, and Puig has one. I insist, by the way, it should be pronounced Puig, P-U-I-G. But, they're different heights, and what's the right height? So I've gone ahead and ordered a $200 windscreen, actually more like $239, $240 from Madstad, and that's the adjustable one. So when I get that in, I will let you know about it. And then, I just want to point out, this kind of windshield extension, I've never had any trouble with. This kind that clamps in two places and they're adjustable. These have always worked for me. This style has been a disaster. Just my experience. So anyway, let's jump on the Versys and go for a ride. Yeah, so boys and girls, like I say, let's go for a ride. Nelson rig bag is awesome. Oh, I've got this new throttle lock on here. I don't know how well you can see that, but this style is really nice. It's just a clamp, and it just connects with the brake lever here. Very easy to just push down, tighten. It's a $12 solution, which I like. I could spend over $100 on a throttle lock, but I find that this style works very well. So, cracked windshield and all, where to? I don't know. Just feel like riding. It's about 5:35 p.m. It's nice. The air's getting a little bit cooler here now in South Carolina, but the sun is still intense, so it's best to ride in the early morning or late afternoon. I'm still on my very best behavior as far as traffic laws go, since I got my speeding and passing tickets the other day. I haven't heard anything from the lawyer, which is fine with me, man. You handle that. I have no interest in knowing anything about that. Just let me know if I need to sign a check or something. I'm seeing my camera kind of stutter here. I saw a couple little flashes. Could be because this Versys notoriously puts out just a teensy tiny bit of electricity. I have two styles of heated vest. One that's plug-in and one that's battery powered, and I wouldn't even attempt to use the plug-in on this bike. And then for the same reason, I got, I could go heated grips, or I could go with battery-powered heated gloves. I just bought some Fly Racing battery-powered heated gloves. They're on sale. I think I got them from Revzilla for like 130 bucks on sale, something like that. I charged up the batteries, put them on medium, and they got hot in a hurry. So I'm pretty sure they're going to work. The only question with battery powered stuff is, you know, how long will it work for? Yeah, my phone is still flashing away. I wonder if there's some other electrical interference going on here, but whatever. This windscreen, you know, the stock isn't bad, but it got pretty tiring riding home in a hurricane from Norfolk, Virginia when I bought the bike, I'll tell you that. 70 miles an hour into a 20 or 30 mile an hour headwind I was getting beaten up. So I think the Madstad's going to be great. Like I say, it's definitely on the high end as far as price goes, but it has that tremendous advantage that you can adjust it. So when I get that, I'll fiddle around with that until I get it right where I want it for most of the time. And generally speaking, you want to, or at least I want to, just look over a windshield. This one is about, you know, bottom of my chin. I really want a windshield closer to the top of my nose, or maybe right at my nose, you know, so my eyes are just over it in my most common seating position. So I've heard great things about the Madstad. I would have been nice to pay $100 instead of $200 for a windshield, but should be good at least. And then I've had some nibbles on the internet about my on Cycle Trader about the FJR. So maybe that'll sell pretty quickly. I had it for sale a few months ago, but at a very high price because I really didn't want to sell it. But now it's on there at a very competitive price, $9,500, and yeah, I'll come down off of that if you're serious about it. I just want to sell it. Some Harley Davidsons. Maybe you've heard of the Harley Davidson motorcycle brand. They've sold a couple of them here in the United States. I got so tired of Harley. My God, I just tired of it. Everybody's got a frickin' Harley. Anytime you tell anybody you have a motorcycle, they, oh, you have a Harley? You have a Harley? No, I don't. I've owned 3 of them. But I've moved on, baby. I've moved on. They have this thing called liquid cooling, which they developed, I don't know, what, 100 years ago? 80 years ago? I'm kind of a fan. My entire life, I don't think I've ever set foot inside a pawn shop. Oh, by the way, great movie. It's called The Sword of Trust. It's a movie made by the comedian and podcaster Mark Maron. Oh my gosh, what a charming movie that is. Sword of Trust. I believe it's on Netflix. So here's how this works. You just push this sucker down, and it just clamps right to the handlebar here, and voila, cruise control. Of course, with such a underpowered motorcycle, anytime I go up a hill, what are you doing? You scared the shit out of me. Anytime I go up a hill, you're gonna slow down. Anytime I go down a hill, you're gonna speed up. So, you know, it's not electronic cruise control by any means, but it's enough to give your wrist a break on a long trip. You're sitting on a highway, your wrist needs a break. Just dial this little sucker in and it will hold that throttle open for you. And then if you want to take this off, or slow down, you just simply push the throttle forward and voila, it is off. Nice night, beautiful night actually. Really beautiful. Haven't been on the big Kawasaki Vaquero for a while, and it's one thing about having several motorcycles in your garage. You come out into the garage and there's one you really want to ride. And it's silly not to get on that one, you know. And that's, you know, it's certainly time that I took the Vaquero out. I've got another guy renting it coming up on the 14th in a few days. But I'd rather be on this. It's just more fun. And this little sucker will scoot. You know, 300 cc's, it'll go. So anyway, boys and girls, beautiful night, beautiful ride. Thanks for coming along. Bye for now.